Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Public Plays YouTube channel. Today is Monday. Tough. March 3rd. And I'm back breaking down some NCAA basketball picks and props for you guys. 0-2 day on Sunday. Wisconsin. This game changed with a crazy call by the referees. 13-4 game at the time. John Tonji drives in the hole, contact, and the bucket to make it 15-14. I look away, come back 10 seconds later. They call it on the floor. Bullshit. That was not on the floor. There's no way that's on the floor. That's continuation. From there on, Michigan State tied it up very quickly, took control of the game, really, and then Wisconsin battled back in the first half, 34-32, I believe, at the half. Second half, Wisconsin did the exact same offense that they did against Oregon. Stand at the top of the key, pass it around for 24 seconds, and then drive or shoot a horrible three. What are we doing? Michigan State, again, I'll give them their credit. I'll give them their flowers. Great defense. In the second half, Jordan Atkins in the first half couldn't miss a three to save his life. Michigan State might be a pretty good team. We'll see what happens come March Madness. Defense can get you a lot of things in life, especially in college basketball. They just need a guy like Jordan Atkins to shoot, 6 of 9 from deep, and they'll be a pretty dangerous team. But Wisconsin did take the loss. Even when it was like 2 minutes left, they were down by 4. I still thought they were going to cover. Did not happen. John Tonji was taken out of this game completely. He just sat in the corner basically the entire game, and then with 10 seconds left on the shot clock, would run up to the top of the key, try to get the ball, and then he'd either turn it over or take a horrible three. Just horrible coaching for Wisconsin once again. So maybe Wisconsin on my do not touch list for a little bit until they show me something against the top 25 team once again. But we're going to move on to Kansas. Going up against Houston, I don't care what anybody says. I'm taking the Jayhawks plus 9.5. Jayhawks are not a good team. Jayhawks, they're not a great team. They played decent against Texas Tech in the last game at home. Kansas, unranked. We are getting to territory that I've never seen. They have 10 losses. That's, I think, one of the first times in a long time that they have 10 losses before 20 wins. The unranked record at Allen Fieldhouse was 22-2, now 22-3 going up against Texas Tech in that last game. They played decent. They just didn't play good enough to win the game. And Texas Tech was shooting a ton of threes. They were making a ton of threes, and Bill Self continued to just, not play great defense on one side of the ball and then try to go for a 2-point shot every single time. So something needs to change for this Kansas scheme. You got to get Colton there. You got to get Mayo to shoot some more threes. You got to get Storr in there to see what he can do. The double big man's not working now, and I love KJ Adams. He is the heart and soul of that team. I'm going to talk about him in a second, but we can't have two. We can't have Badunga and Hunter Dickinson on the floor at the same time. I understand it worked a little bit going up against some weaker teams and some smaller teams. Going up against top 25 teams, they understand how to guard the big man down low. Hunter Dickinson can't move whatsoever, and I will give Hunter Dickinson a little bit of credit. He's playing a little bit better over the last couple games. Didn't play great against Texas Tech. He looked good against Oklahoma State and Colorado. Let's not forget that those are two of the worst teams in the Big 12. So this Kansas team still has a ton of work to do. I don't really trust them, but 9.5 points is way too many points. Maybe they show some effort in this game after Houston beat them on their home floor whenever Kansas was up by 7, shooting 2 free throws with 18 seconds left in the game. Maybe they get pissed off in this game and play as a team and play hard the entire game, not just for 6-minute spurts. We'll see what happens. Also, Houston could just dominate every aspect of the game because they're well coached and the players try hard every single second of the game. So we'll see. But for right now, Kansas plus 9.5. I'm not laying 10 with Houston going up against Kansas. Well, I'll never do it. If you don't like it, I don't care. Kansas plus 9.5 as play. Next play. Wait going up against Duke. I don't know what to think about Duke. Clearly, they're really good. They have 3 top 25 NBA prospects, I believe, maybe even top 15 NBA prospects with Proctor, Nepal, and Flag. I think they have another one as well. But this is just a really good team. They're just playing in the weakest conference in basketball. Like, they haven't played a top 25 team since Auburn on December 4th. So what am I really supposed to think about Duke? It does help that they're blowing everybody out by 20-plus points. The last 3 games, they've won 110-67, 97-60, and 100-65. ACC is a crapshoot of teams besides Clemson, Duke, and Louisville's decent. But this ACC conference is horrible. Yeah, Duke's beating these teams by 1,000,000 points. The only team that they really struggled against was Clemson. They lost that game outright. And Wake Forest the first time they played. They were down in the second half to Wake Forest. On the road, they won that game 63-56. The spread's 20.5. It's ridiculous. I don't care how good Duke's playing. I don't care how much better they are. Wake Forest has some players. I just don't think there's any way this gets to over 20. So I'm going to take Wake Forest with the points as the play. It's disgusting, I know. The only real game I should take is Kansas going up against Houston. This is a disgusting line, but I'm taking the points. 20.5. Wake Forest played them well the first time. They played really good defense against Duke. They found a way to score in the second half, which is a big thing for me. They made the adjustments. They outscored Duke in the second half. Maybe we see something special here from Wake Forest. I'm going to take the points, though, as the final play of the day. Let's go to the player props. KJ Adams, the only guy on this Kansas team who is playing for the name on the front instead of the name on the back. He is an absolute star. This is going to be a guy who I really think is going to get a shot in the NBA. His height, 6'7", he's got to develop a little bit of a jump shot, but he's just all athletic. He's super athletic guy, all energy, all heart, all effort, every single play, plays great defense. He just needs to get a little bit of a jump shot, and he's going to be really, really good. He has been shooting a lot more for Kansas over the last couple games. 12 shots against Colorado, 12 shots against Texas Tech, scored 15 points against Colorado, 21 points against Texas Tech, most of them ending with a vicious slam for KJ Adams. He makes it personal on the offensive side whenever he finishes. He's just an energizer bunny. Going to take him here in this game, probably over 8.5 points going up against Houston as the first play. For the player props in the last play, too many points here for Hunter Salas. He's averaging 18.5 points per game. It's kind of like that play we did with Marcus Burton for Notre Dame. Like he scores a lot of points. He'll probably score, 13, 14, 15 points in this game against Duke. But Duke's the number one defending team in the country. They're definitely going to try to shut down Hunter Salas. They did it in the first game. He only scored 8 points in that first game, or maybe 9 points going up against Duke in the first game. So they're definitely going to try to shut him down once again. Even if Hunter gets shut down, it doesn't matter. They only lost that game by 7 points the first time. I think it's going to be way too many points to lay here with Hunter Salas. 17.5 is my guess, but 18.5, 19.5, we get lucky. I'm going to take the under total points going up against Duke. He has been a scoring machine over the last couple games, 20, 20, 20, 25, 17, 13. It's not Duke. He's playing unranked teams. None of these teams in the ACC are good. This is going to be a tough battle for him. I'm going to take the under total points as the final play of the day. Let's go to look at that NCAA recap graphic. We're going to take Kansas, plus 9.5 going up against the Cougars. Probably not my smartest bet, but I just feel like Kansas is going to be a little bit pissed off after they gave that game away at Allen Fieldhouse. I mean, they were up by 7 with 17 seconds left. I feel like maybe they come out pissed even after the loss. Maybe they show some heart. Wake Forest with the points. It's too many points. They battled Duke the first time. I know Duke's a good team, but they haven't played anybody good this season besides Clemson and Auburn. So I'm going to take Wake Forest with the points. KJ over 8.5 points against Houston. I think that's a really good bet there. And then Hunter under the total points, 16.5, 17.5, somewhere around there. I think it's just too many points going up against that number 1 defense, or I guess number 4 defense in the country, in the Duke Blue Devils there. So, guys, that's going to do it for the NCAA basketball picks and props for Monday, March 3rd slated games. If you guys enjoy the content, please sure to drop a like this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.